So I would like to share with you a story about me overcoming myself again and again. Many of you know me from my Limitless Creators Dreams course. I share there how I used the rules of manifesting to bring my dream man into my life. And some people think, oh, wow, Svetlana, it's so amazing and it's so easy. You just brought him out and worked through everything and pop, here he came. Um, so kinda. But for 6 months, I had to become another woman, a different woman, a woman that didn't exist yet when I was creating my dream man. And similar to what Jeremy was sharing, that he had to become a different person, I had to become a different person as well. Because I call her, my dark feminine psyche, I call her crazy, psychotic, neurotic bitch. She existed. And she could not attract the man of honor, incredible values, grace, that is loved and admired by the world, because a man of such honor and value would not end up with a woman like her. So I had to sit with myself times and times again, not to sell out to the things that were comfortable, or to the ways that I knew how to do, not to go out on a dates with a man who were not that type of man, who I knew they were just, nice and shiny little thing, but they were not the man that I inspired to be with. And I was working so hard on becoming that woman. But the biggest test happened when we already met each other and we were dating and we were in a relationship for a few years. And I started feeling this energy of insecurity rising in me, that energy of jealousy rising in me. And I recognize that, wow, if I don't really process this energy right now, something horrible can happen. Because if I allow that old version of me to show up, and that old version of me, or that dark feminine way of mine, is very destructive, right? It is a destructive wild woman that will destroy the whole city just because she feels like it. And I knew of that part of me, that she also is available. And finding myself at that moment and going deep inside and saying, time out. You are losing yourself. You are losing your divinity. You're getting into madness. Sitting down and crying and meditating and calling on divine, calling on the hell, because at that moment I felt weak. At that moment I felt like maybe I cannot bring all of the truest essence of my light forward. And I had to sit just a little bit longer, and then to sit just a little bit longer. And then I remember coming up from that meditation saying, okay, what is truly hurting? And I wrote everything out, all of the insecurities that I had. And then I had to remind myself, I am not that woman any longer. What is it true about me? And the biggest thing was that I would never betray myself again. And I would never leave myself again. Even though he would choose to go, even if he choose to leave, even if any man in the world would choose to disconnect, I would not disconnect from me. I would not leave myself. I would not abandon myself. I would be always there for me. I would love me. I would appreciate me, and I would accept me completely, fully, and unapologetically. And that's really what my soul needed. A lot of times the pain and the sorrow that we had is from that relationship when someone abandoned us. But it's not that that person abandoned us, it's that we abandoned ourselves at that moment. Yes, he walked away, but you said, I deserve that. I'm not good enough. Of course I am abandoned. And you at that moment abandoned yourself. And that is where the deep, dark hole was created. And it is about you coming back to you and saying, I would never abandon myself no matter what the world does. No matter where the world goes, no matter where men or women in my life go, I would always love myself, heal myself, be gentle with myself, be kind with myself, be allowed and be accepted. And that's the moment and shift that truly transformed me. I was like, now I remember who I am. And I am in oneness with me. And I was able to actually have a very beautiful, powerful conversation with my boyfriend at that time. And instead of overreacting or being insecure, saying what was hurting or the way I was seeing the situation. And one of the tools that I use is, this is what I'm seeing, but I might be in madness, I might be blind. Please tell me what you are seeing. Please tell me what is truly going on. Because my perception might be so skewed and so off from the truth, what's happening. And then trusting his essence and trusting his light and trusting his love enough to guide me and saying, hey, this is what's really going on. And if this is in some kind of way hurting or triggering anything, I don't need to do this. I'm like, oh, what? Like, I saw that it's this way or that way or whatever else. And that opening and gentleness completely came in. So I know there are so many women here and a few wonderful men. And I want to really remind you, please do not you ever abandon yourself, find yourself. When you find that crazy neurotic psychotic bitch, right? The dark feminine psyche or dark masculine psyche. And the women that I work with, they have a name for her. She's coming out. And I teach them love on her, because if you keep her in a closet, she will be knocking in a closet. She will come out with such a force. You don't want that. You want to have a relationship with her. You want to allow her into your life. So you hold her, you love her, you heal her. That she feels seen. Then she doesn't, then all that energy dissolves and comes into the purpose and comes into order, instead of creating disorder and disbalance in your life. Okay. So my dear friends, make sure that wherever you are at, whatever you're experiencing, that you can tap into your own power, your own essence, remind yourself of your divine light, overcome your old self, because you are committed to this new, beautiful, bright version of yourself.